Do mechanics even matter in League anymore? Because if you ask most players, they'll tell you, yeah bro, mechanics is everything, just get good. But then you look at your own games, you outplay your lane, you dodge everything, you hit your combos perfectly, and you still lose. We've all been there, right? So what are you even doing wrong? Is it your team? Is it matchmaking? Or are mechanics just not as important as we think? Spyfish here, and welcome back to episode 2 of Yap Time. Yes, well done. Feel free to sit back and listen to this without watching. Watch my gameplay in the background, or maybe get busy with something else because there's not so much editing in this one. So do whatever makes you comfortable. Yo, I play Ekko, like a lot. Today we're talking about mechanics, so welcome back to Yap Time once again. Alright, let's start with something that might trigger some people. I like doing that. If mechanics were everything, then the best mechanical player would win every game, right? So explain this to me. Why do players like Faker lose games? Yeah, exactly. And don't give me that team diff excuse instantly. We'll get to that. Think about it. You have players with insane mechanics, perfect clicks, insane reactions, crazy combos, and they still lose. So clearly, something doesn't add up. Before we go any further, let's first define mechanics properly. Mechanics in League are how fast and accurate you click, how well you execute combos, your spacing, your reaction time, your control under pressure. Basically, your hands. I'm using this term because it's the first thing that my team would tell me if we're losing the game because of the roaming twisted fate. I mean, why don't you learn how to play around his global ultimate instead of blaming me? Crazy, right? What does my hands have to do with his champion identity, for fuck's sake? True story, by the way. And since we're talking about champion identity, your ability to pilot your champion is also included in the mechanics department. Knowing what you want to do, when to engage, and when to disengage, etc. etc. Now here's the problem. League is not a 1v1 fighting game. It's a 5v5 strategy game. And that changes everything. Because even if your mechanics are perfect, if your decisions are bad, you're still gonna lose. You can be mechanically insane and still take the wrong fight, be in the wrong place, maybe fight at the wrong time, and guess what? You lose anyway. So now the real question becomes, are mechanics actually overrated? Or are we just misunderstanding what they really do? Now, this one might hurt some people, but I'm still gonna say it anyway. A lot of players think they are good mechanically. Like, a lot. You hit one nice combo, you dodge one skill shot, you get one clean kill, I don't care. And suddenly you're like, yeah, I'm kinda clean. No, relax buddy, you're just trash just like the rest of us. Like if you're that good, you'll go pro. Mechanics is not about highlights, it's about consistency. And most players are not consistent, like at all. Me included, by the way. Let me give you real examples. You land a combo once, but miss it 3 times later. You dodge one skill shot, but get hit by the next 5. You win a trade, then lose the next one for no reason. But your brain remembers the good plays, not the bad ones, am I right? So you build this illusion that you're mechanically good, when in reality, you're just inconsistent. And inconsistency in League is the fastest way to lose games. You don't need to be flashy, you need to be reliable. And that's exactly why everyone in high elo play things that are simple and consistent, like Lysandra, Malzahar, Amumu. The point and click CC that they have are just very, very reliable. Let me say that again. Mechanics is not about being impressive. It's about being consistent. Because in ranked, consistency beats peaks every single time. Remember that. Now we got to the part where everyone can relate. Because you felt this before. You play well, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because League changed. Like a lot. Back in the day, we used to have something called 1v9. Like you get super fed, you'll be like unstoppable, literally. Nowadays, it's very unlikely to 1v9 the game. I mean, it happens, but not a lot. So how did League change? Let's break it down. First, the game is faster now, thanks to the home guards, especially. Mistakes are punished instantly. You die once, game becomes 10 times harder, like legit. Second, damage is just higher nowadays. There is less room for outplays. You don't get those long fights anymore, where mechanics actually shine. And nowadays, even tanks can get one shot. Here's the deal. One mistake, one combo, you're dead. Third, team reliance is legit higher than before. You can't just go mastery or Jax 1v9 every game like I said earlier. I mean, to a certain degree, this might be possible, especially if you pick these champs into the right comp. So what I want to say, at the end of the day, you're not playing alone. So even if you play perfectly, landing everything, using every drop of your mana or energy in a specific fight and getting triple or quadra kill, if your team messes up the fight, it's over. If your team doesn't like do anything like after the fight, not what they're supposed to do, let's say for example get tier 3 or anything, it's useless. And this is where people get frustrated, I know. Because they were like, I played that perfectly. How did we lose this game? I know. I've been there a million times. Sometimes I lose a fight when I played it like godlike. Like I got double or triple kill and we still like lose the fight. We got aced. I go check the replay and my ADC is way out of position. Didn't do anything that fight. Gets into melee range of their top laner and gets deleted. Like, it happens. So let's go back and be realistic, okay? The truth is, you played the fight well, but maybe the fight itself was bad. Like, it's okay to be like transparent about these stuff. Sometimes the timing is wrong. Maybe it's a wrong timing, maybe wrong setup, wrong decision. I mean, even if the fight is like legit good, sometimes it's okay to like go back a little bit and review the game as if it's you're bad because you called for this fight. Trust me, it can be anything that made it like look horrible. It could be anything. Therefore, if you're planning to get better at the game, my advice will be reviewing your games. Review those big fights, you hear me? Take a look at it and ask yourself how could you play the fight perfectly, then take a step back maybe like 30 seconds before that fight happens and ask yourself, was it a good fight to take in the first place, or I could have done something better somewhere else. You will probably find out that no amount of mechanics would have won you that fight. It was an impossible fight. And this is why mechanics start to feel useless. Not because they don't matter, but because they're being used in the wrong situations. Alright, here's the reality. Mechanics do matter, but not the way you think. Mechanics is not what wins you games. Mechanics is what allows you to play the game. It's literally the entry ticket. Let's go even further. Like, let's break it down by rank, for example. Low elo mechanics can carry you 100%. I mean, mechanics can't carry you because people there are a bit slow mechanically. They don't dodge at all, or they're a bit sloppy here and there. And even then, some players are a bit good in lower ranks, not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, people make a lot of mistakes that you can literally outplay your way to wins. From Emerald above, mechanics are expected. Everyone is decent. So now mechanics don't give you a big advantage anymore. They just stop you from inting. Maybe a nice clip here and there, and nothing much. High elo, however, everyone has mechanics. Everyone knows their champion pixel perfect, so what decides the game then? This is where decision making comes. Tempo usage, cross map plays, a weak side and strong side, and game knowledge overall. This is where the real game begins. And honestly, many players reach this point and they'll be like, game is boring. I mean, that's why they don't climb any further. Maybe they're here for constant fights where mechanics play a huge role and such, and at the end of the day, everyone can enjoy the game his or her way. So what should you focus on? If mechanics aren't everything, what is? Let's keep it simple. Positioning. Where you stand in fights matters more than how fast you click. You can have insane mechanics, but if you're in the wrong spot, you're dead before you even play. Like macro. Not every fight should be taken. You don't need to outplay everything. And sometimes the best play is doing nothing. Yeah, I know, crazy. Consistency. Stop trying to be a superhero or that insanely montage guy, and maybe start trying to be that reliable person in your team. Win your lane steadily, don't throw leads, don't force plays, and mostly decision making. This is the big one. You don't need to outplay, you need to outthink. Know when to fight, know when to back off, know when the game is actually winnable, because most games, they are not lost because of mechanics. They are lost because of bad decisions. So do mechanics matter in League? Yes, but not the way you think. They're not your win condition, they are your foundation. If you rely only on mechanics, you'll peak between Plat or Emerald, then get stuck there forever. If you build decision making on top of mechanics, that's where you climb. So stop asking, how do I outplay this? Start asking, should I even be here? If you enjoyed this Yap Time episode, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think mechanics still matter? Or is League just a macro game now? Like chess, for example. And if you made it this far, huge respect. Like legit. YouTube's algorithm thinks you're gonna like this video right here. Drop a like. Always thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.